Hello everyone, this is Bethany from Southern Couture. Hope you guys are doing great. I'm excited to share the newest Illustrated Faith devotional kit with y'all. This is the second part in their Revival Camp series that they do every summer, and this one is a great kit. I hope that you grabbed the first one. The kits are sold out, but you can still grab some of the items a la carte, and also the devotional content and some of the other pieces are always available digitally, so you may want to check that out because this is a really cool series. I will leave a link down below to Illustrated Faith so you can grab that kit and this one if you haven't already. But this is such a cool kit because there are so many goodies in here that you will be able to use for other entries, and I just love that. I love when you can get a big bang for your buck and you'll be able to use these items with more entries, more whatever kind of crafting that you want to do, and that's what's really cool. So it really spreads it out. It's not that you can only use them just for this short time and then you're done with them, and that's what I always really love. The washi's also really adorable. So let's jump in and we'll check this out. Also, you can get the digital version of this one as well. So if you would rather do that and put together your own little devotional booklet, you can. A big thank you to Illustrated Faith for sending me this kit and letting me share it with you guys. So the kits are now again back in these little storage bags, which is so cool. I love them because they have the zip goes down this side as well, so you can easily open it and access things. It has that pocket, of course, where you can put a card. So if you want to change this out when you're done and put something else in it to store it, you could put a different card in there if you choose. It's great for storing things when you're traveling. Really cool that it comes with, you know, something like that. So now, but that is something they had, and then it kind of quit for a little while when things, you know, with production were a little messed up, and now they're back. So you've probably seen that before if you've had any of their other kits, but I'm going to, I'll start with the little thank you card that comes in it. This is just a little card that says who it was picked by, and this was from Shauna's husband. What I love too is that they have a little scripture verse on the back, so you can always reuse those little cards if you wanted to in your journaling, or just put them in a nice little place for a good reminder. And then the card, each kit has a card with a little thank you message talking a little bit about the kit as we jump into the second part of this revival camp called Big Story. And I love it because you can reuse the card if you wanted to. You can collect them to remember the kits you've worked through. You could cut out these little pieces and use them in your journaling, and then you get like your color crush, so you know what colors for that month, so you could match with paints and markers, and then you get a sneak peek of the next month, which, how cute is that? Oh, I love that. I love rainbows, so that's gonna be fun. And then the back of it, you could even use this in your journaling if you wanted to. Really cute little picture there of the sewings and button supplies. So that's always a fun thing. Let me go ahead and I want to show you the devotional booklet first. So last month we had the blue, same blue color with that pink tone on it, and now we've just reversed it. Really nice quality devotional booklet still with that nice little, I call it like a waxy feel, but it's super good quality. You have color pages throughout. Then we've got our little, you know, introduction page where Jillian's giving us a sweet message as we continue through Revival Camp. If you didn't get the first one, this is still a great kit. I want to say that really quickly to work through, even if you didn't get the first one, because it's the plot of the big story is what she's talking about, and how the Bible is, you know, woven together from start to finish with one central theme pointing back to Jesus. So this is something that still stands alone great if you weren't able to grab the first one. I mean, I encourage you to get the devotional content of the digital version of the devotional content, but if you can't and you get this one, it's still a great study. So just want to throw that out there, but you have your date here. You can put that. I like to put like a little starting place with a prayer, as you've seen in my previous setups, and then it just jumps right in with the plot. And as we go through, there's different themes and that kind of thing with verses and prompts. And so I won't, you know, flip through every single page, but basically that's what you're seeing. And then back here, which I love, this is something that I do in every single devotional, no matter, even if there's not a page designated for it, I like to have a place where I put my big takeaways. Sometimes I will do it through each individual week. So if I flip back through it, you know, even years later, I can just go to that week's devotional and see what my big takeaway was it without reading the whole thing. But I love that they've done that here. You've got one place to put your big takeaways and then a place for the conclusion of it, which is also a really fun place to put like a little tip-in card for a prayer as you end the devotional. And so it's just a really, really beautiful design as well. I love it. I love that there's space where you could put like some journaling cards and tip-ins and things like that if you want extra journaling space, if you want to work directly just in one book, which is normally what I do. And some people like using a separate traveler's notebook, so it's whatever your preference. And then let's look at some of the other supplies that come with the kit. So you get your little badge stickers. I showed last month how I set up my devotional booklet, and I will leave a link to that video down below. And I showed how I have all of these in a special little place at the front of my devotional so that I can go through and do exactly kind of like these big takeaways. But I want to have a place here to designate, you know, that you go through with your badges that you've earned for each week and what you took away from those. So if you want to check out that idea, I will leave that link down below, but stay tuned. I will have a video again soon showing how I'm going to set up this one. So that reminds me, if you have any suggestions or ideas or things that you would like to see me do or new ideas to try in the devotional setup, let me know. I would love to hear those. Sometimes I feel like it gets monotonous, but I try to come up with new ideas, and then a lot of you say, no, we love to see how you do it. So just let me know if you do have something fun that you would like to see. And then I love that they included this fun little sticker sheet. Has all of these cool little, like, to me, I think they're like the tops of the spools of thread. I almost want to say buttons, because like I think these right here may be buttons, these right here, but then you see how you've got the top of the spool of thread. And I love that they included. So those are really cute little stickers that you can use. And then we'll look at these little guys. How fun is this? So these are like all sorts of fun pieces. Look at this. So it looks like they're still attached, huh? Because they're like these little fabric pieces, which almost makes you think of like doing some kind of quilting design with them. But you could break them apart, you could keep them together. And they're these really fun, they're not, I don't believe they're stickers, like they're not adhesive on the back. One time we had these in another kit, and I don't believe they are. If I'm mistaken, just let me know, because maybe they changed it this time. But I know before they weren't, and I was trying to rip it off all the time. Yeah, I don't believe they are. So anyways, you have these little fabric pieces, which you can easily just put some adhesive down and put them on your page. But you get all sorts of different colors. I'm trying to pull them out. This one's my favorite. Look at that design. So I mentioned the last kit, I love the packaging that had that black and white design, because y'all know I'm all about that. And so I love that they've put it in these little pieces. So what's really cool is like some of these quilting designs, you would be able to make those on your pages if you wanted, using these little paper pieces or fabric pieces that come with it. So that's a really cool, something fun and different. I love when they change it up and give you something different to work with, just for your creativity, and to change it up a little bit. And then that blue, how fun is that blue color? It's almost like a distressed looking blue, if you see that, or worn, and that's really fun. So you get tons and tons of those, as you can see down in this bag. I'm not gonna pull them all out, but, and then you get that gray color too. So lots of those, you'll have plenty to play around with, that's for sure. You're not gonna run out of those probably anytime soon. Now here's why I adore, another reason I adore this kit, especially more than any of the kits they've done. And that's because of this alpha set, or stamp set. So the packaging, first of all, is beautiful. Instead of the black and white design, it's the same design but in the green. So I'm definitely wanting to reuse that. And then reuse this packaging. But look, you have these really beautiful alphas that are gorgeous, that you can use these alpha stamps for many entries. These may be one that you will sit out on your desk and have out to easy access all the time. I love that some of them look like they have that little worn, distressed look. So when you stamp, don't feel like you're not getting it inked up good. How fun is that gonna look? And if you don't ink up some of them really good, it just blends right in with the design and pattern. So that's gonna be fun. I love that. I love that we can reuse those. And then this stencil, how fun. Like, we're getting fabric pieces, you're getting stickers, your devotionals, you're getting this really cool stamp set you'll be able to reuse. And then a stencil set. So if you thought you weren't getting enough for your buck, looky here. So I love this one. It makes this a favorite of mine. Reusing that packaging for sure. And then the stencil, how cool. So you have the hearts, which are so fun. And I'm all about these little like cross stitches, because when you finish an entry and you just want to add a little something, how fun to use these to go back and add. So this would be fun to stamp on with some inks. This would be fun, or to paint on and sponge paint on there. Use like some of those little inks, I forget what they're called, that you can just drop right down and pat those down. You could use a marker to do that, but I love it. Go back and add these for a little final touch. And then down here, to go along with our kind of sewing theme, you have these like, you know, like the tape measure lines. What I love about this is if you don't want to use these for that purpose as a tape measure, you've got these really fun little mini numbers now that you could use. So if you're ever wanting to, you know, write out a scripture and you want to put the verses, you could just stencil in the numbers for the verses that you're referencing in your entry. So this is a stamp. Don't look at it just as a tape measure lines or ruler. This is one that you could reuse the different parts of it separately and get a lot more out of it. So that's what I really love. Now we have even another, see, look, there's so many of these fabric pieces. So we have another little sticker sheet here that I'll open up. I feel like you just keep getting more and more and more with this kit. You've already have your other 2 sticker sheets, and then they've included this one as well. And so I love this. You've got, these are kind of a little bit more of a glossy sticker, and these were definitely more matte to go along with your kit. So just a little extra bonus, I feel like extra little bonus sticker sheet that you get with some fun elements to match. This is what I was talking about with the design of the quilt too. That would be fun to recreate with your fabric pieces. And then one of my favorite parts of this entire kit is this right here, the washi crush. It's being called Arrow Quilt, but look at the colors. I'm obsessed with the navy with that like orange coral color, and then how you've got the mustard and the pink working together. It's just adorable, and one that I'm gonna wanna use for so many entries and maybe my planner and different things like that. So I'm loving this washi. I'm probably gonna need another roll. It's just so fun. So you've got washi that you can reuse. You've got stamps. You have this stencil that you'll reuse for tons of other entries. These fabric pieces, I'm sure you're not gonna use all of them up in your journaling. You'll have tons of them to use for future entries. So that's why I said this is one of my favorites, because there's so many pieces you'll get to reuse over and over again. Make sure you grab your kit though from Illustrated Faith before they're gone. I know they'll sell out, they always do, and you don't want to miss out. Also, you could get the digital version as well. But join us for Big Story Part 2, and don't forget, I will have a video showing my setup very soon. Like I said before, let me know down below in the comments if you're interested in seeing any new ideas or ways that I could use printables or different supplies in my setup that you have been curious about, and I would love to do that and share that with y'all. So stay tuned, make sure you are subscribed, and click that little bell icon so that you'll know when the next video's out. I'll see y'all again soon. Bye-bye.